Previously on Gears.
Time to turn our attention to the world of Formula One. And this Formula One feature is proudly brought to you by Pirelli and Tiger Wheel and Tyre. Listen up, stand a chance to win a trip to any 2014 F1 Grand Prix. Which one would you go to, Daisy?
I don't know. We were actually chatting about this the other day.
Yeah, which one would you go to? Stand a chance to win a trip to any 2014 F1 Grand Prix.
I don't know. I'd love to go to Brazil.
Find out more at twt.to. All right, and also on balls.co.za. Let's get into the world of Formula One. Of course, the big news yesterday, Kimi Raikkonen signed a 2-year deal to rejoin Ferrari. A couple of, and now you've got to start sitting there and putting the rest of the puzzles back into, or the rest of the pieces back into the puzzle. Because I think Nico Hülkenberg must have been highly disappointed that he didn't get the nod. On Tuesday evening, at about 20 to 11, his manager got a text message from Ferrari saying, unfortunately, we're not signing Nico. We've decided to go with Lotus driver Kimi Raikkonen. So that's a bit harsh. Now you got Nico Hülkenberg, Felipe Massa in line for maybe one of the Lotus roles. So Felipe Massa and Nico Hülkenberg's managers are running around trying to secure them drives. So there's going to be lots of things that are going to be taking place over the next couple of days and weeks. Lotus, the team that have lost Kimi Raikkonen, said they will make a decision on its 2014 driver lineup shortly. I really hope, and I said it yesterday, I hope they keep Grosjean and I hope they put Hülkenberg. I think, in my opinion, that'll be one of the strongest younger pairings that we have in Formula One. I would be over the moon with that combination. It would be very, very cool. Lotus have also come out and said they're not bitter about Kimi's exit. On their Twitter website yesterday, did you see it at all? Lotus put a picture and says, "Oh, it hurts a little," and there was a tweet accompanied by a bizarre and rather graphic image of two, I think they were bunnies, having a little, what bunnies do. They said it's just an expression of our feelings. Team boss Eric Boulier said he's not bitter about Raikkonen's decision to return to Ferrari. There's some interesting comments that came out from Kimi Raikkonen yesterday, and you could definitely tell they didn't come from his mouth. They were definitely very well written by some press officer. But he said he's happy to be going back to Ferrari, and that's cool. We understand that. And then he says, I can't wait to be driving in the prancing horse again. He's never called it a prancing horse, let me just tell you. So those are definitely not his words. But there was something that came out, and I think this is what swung it for him and his management. He came out with a word saying, next year, 2014, is a massive rule change. And in the history of Formula One, it is always better to be with a bigger team when you have such drastic rule changes. So I think that was the major issue for him leaving Lotus. Not the fact that Lotus are a bad team. I think they're a terrific team. But the resources available when it comes to these new changes next year, you'd rather be in a bigger team as well. So there we go. That's the decision that came from Kimi Raikkonen. Otherwise, this is the news that came out, and it's sort of been overshadowed quite a lot by the news of Kimi Raikkonen and Ferrari and Felipe Massa. But we've been waiting for this for a long time, and it's only just been ratified. Pirelli will remain Formula One's tyre supply until at least the end of 2018. And I think this is brilliant news for the sport, because there were so many rumors going around that these guys, that Pirelli might only get a 1-year extension for 2014 and would have a new player coming in 2015. I think this now secures the future for the teams, as well as for Pirelli, and as well as for those who make the technical changes, so that they can all work in harmony together and ensure that we have the best packages available. I think Pirelli have done an outstanding job since they've been in here. They've had one or two little hiccups along the way, but just as anybody who enters the world of Formula One, and I must say I am delighted. They've brought a new dimension to racing in Formula One, and it has definitely enhanced our viewing pleasure. So that's our look at the world of Formula One this afternoon, and it was brought to you compliments of Pirelli and Tiger Wheel and Tyre, stand a chance to win a trip to any 2014 F1 Grand Prix. You can find out more at www.twt.to.
Win a trip for two to any 2014 Formula One Grand Prix of your choice. Plus, you can double your chances when you buy any 2 or more Pirelli tyres. Get to your nearest Tiger Wheel and Tyre to enter. Only at
Weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Gears with Sasha Martinengo.